I'll have to adjust this a little bit. Let's see. See if I can get it decent. Oh, that's not even. It's not even. We're adjusting. We're adjusting. That might be okay. Hopefully that looks okay. 109. Hello. Sorry. I don't think I've ever sat in the backseat of my car, but here we are. And hello, everybody. Hi. Hope you guys are all doing very well. This is a very different video than anything I've filmed. Yeah, I filmed a video a couple years ago. It was called like the importance of good attitude and perspective or something like that. I don't remember what the name of it was. But anyway, I filmed that video and that was like a sit down video. I haven't filmed like a sit down video like this in a while. I've kind of just been filming like I've gone to the golf range a lot. I've been into golf lately. But anyway, that's kind of just what I've been doing. And I haven't filmed a lot of like sit down videos and talk. I usually don't. But something kind of like recently happened to me and I wanted to share it. So basically, obviously, I'm not gonna like call this individual out. I wanted to make a video talking about like not being a priority to somebody, right? And I don't mean this in like just generally overall, like general not being a priority. And when people use the excuse of like being too busy, like they're too busy for stuff, right? And I recently had a situation where like I kind of met somebody and I was like, we kind of like talked. Like I've seen this individual many times. We've like talked, we've had good like banter back and forth. And I thought I was like, oh, like maybe maybe we can hang out. This individual was receptive to that. And I was like, okay, so I reached out to this person. I was like, hey, like if you wanted to go to the range, like go to the range sometime, like, we can do that. And this person didn't like a couple of days went by, a day or a couple of days went by without any response. No response whatsoever. It was like it was wild to me. No response. And then when this person finally did respond, they had said they were like, "Oh, sorry, I've just been really busy. Like, sorry girl, I've just been really busy." And like, you know, like I don't accept that as an excuse, right? Like I don't accept that as an excuse from anybody because I would never make that excuse for somebody, right? Like I would never say like, "Oh, I'm too busy," or "Sorry, I'm just trying to get my stuff together," or whatever. Like genuinely, I never accept the excuse of like you're too busy, right? Obviously there are exceptions to it, and the only exceptions to that would be that like there's something urgent or an emergency like that took your attention away that you needed to put your full attention, effort and energy on, right? And that's an exception though. So if it wasn't urgent and it wasn't an emergency, and more than likely it wasn't. So with that being said, when you use the excuse of like, oh, I'm too busy, sorry, I didn't reach out, it's like, what do you mean you're too busy? Like everyone's trying to figure their stuff out. Everyone's living life for the first time. Everybody has stuff going on. Frankly, everybody has busy lives. You can think of the genuinely the busiest people. People always got stuff going on. People are busy and like you can never use that as an excuse, right? That's never a justifiable excuse, right? And this just kind of happened recently, so it just kind of made me want to talk about it. But yeah, this person just used the excuse of like they were too busy. And I was like, I didn't respond back because honestly, like what the funny thing is too, like this individual didn't even like respond to I'm using very general talk because I don't want to like give the identity away of this person, but it was a potential friendship. It was. I reached out and I said, "Hey, do you want to go to the range sometime?" Like, oh, because we could have talked about golf a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, like, I'll go to the range sometime." This person was receptive to it, so I reached out, and when they responded back to me, they said nothing about like go on a different time or anything like that. There's, oh, sorry, I've been busy. I think when people use that excuse, this is probably just more like a PSA to anybody. Like, if someone uses the excuse of like, sorry, I've been busy, I've been whatever, like, if someone uses that as an excuse, take that as you're not a priority and you probably value that friendship or relationship more than the other individual does. And that's something I've learned. When you meet people, you have to like put the effort in and you want to put the effort in, but you want to don't put too much and don't do too much because you have to allow the other person like space and the opportunity to like reach out to you if they're interested, because like any friendship or relationship, you know, whatever, like it needs to be established like mutually. Like you both have to have like a mutual interest. The effort has to be mutual. I've had friendships that I actually had one friendship that was from like school, from high school, that we were friends all of high school, and then like a year after high school. I really valued this friendship. Like we both got along really well. We both clicked. Like we both had a very similar sense of humor and personality. And, you know, in the beginning, it was very like mutual. Like we both put the effort in. We both mutually were talking to each other, reaching out to each other, asking to hang out. Eventually, it got to a point where I was the only one who was like, I felt like I was carrying that friendship. I was carrying it 100% because she like stopped putting effort in. And our lives were very different and things were very different in our lives. But like she stopped putting the effort in. And I was like this isn't right. This isn't fair. I don't feel like I should keep this friendship in my life anymore. So I was like, hey, like I think like I wish you well, and it's time to move on. It's funny, I've never seen her again. I've never seen her again. And also the thing is too, what I've like learned, and I 100% believe this. I am religious, and I do believe that person isn't meant to be in your life anymore, and you guys are meant to like go your separate ways. God will not allow that person to be in your path anymore in your life. Like he will not. Like genuinely, you can live the same street, you can live right next to each other. You can be neighbors, you can live right next to each other. And if you are not meant to see that person again, you won't. You literally will not. And I don't run into people of my past, and I'm like, I'm just glad that that like ended and that's over. Grateful for it and blessed for it, everything I learned from it, and just go forward. The effort in that friendship wasn't mutual, so I had to just be like, you know what? Like it's time to move on. And I think recognizing that too is just really important. But I feel like I'm kind of losing what I meant to talk about. I meant to just talk about like just people being too busy. I've never used that excuse anytime. Like being like, "Oh, I'm too busy." Like I'm too busy for this or that or whatever, because frankly, the people who are genuinely the busiest, I think they still prioritize and make time for stuff. I would much rather have somebody just say like, "Hey, you know what? I really don't want to hang out," or, "I'm not interested," or whatever. Like, yeah, that would be like really like blunt and honest and probably would like hurt at face value, but I would so much rather someone be honest with me and say like, "Hey, I'm not interested," whatever, than just like using a lame excuse of like, "Oh, sorry, I've been busy," or "I've been doing this." Like, yeah, I've been busy too. I've been doing stuff. Like, we're all busy. We all got stuff going on. Why are you using that as an excuse? That's just never an excuse, and it's never a valid or justified excuse. It never. Of course, except like obviously like it's emergency or urgent, which I'm not talking about that. But generally overall, it's not that's not the case. So when you're just like, "Oh, I'm too busy," when someone says that to me, it's like, "Oh, so I'm just not a priority." It's not mutual. I'm not a priority. Obviously, I value this and put more effort in than you would or do. So it's like, you know what? Like forget it. And that's fine. Like I give people the opportunity to like do that. Like I'll reach out and then see like what's given back. If they don't give anything in return, then like that's fine. Like, I don't want to like pressure people or force people. And it's funny too because like when I met this person, like it was very like it felt very like genuine. They seemed genuinely interested. Like, and all of our interactions were good. Obviously, like I'm not perfect. No one's perfect, but like they were all pleasant and friendly and nice and social, and like I thought it was fine. Like I thought I was never mean to this person. I was never mean. Like I never gave them a reason to like say no or not want to. And it was just really like bizarre to me when this excuse just kind of like came out of nowhere. I really didn't expect this from this person, and I was like, oh, like But I would never do that. Like I would never do somebody like that. Like straight up, like I would like I'd be like, hey, listen, like respectfully, I'm not interested, or move on. I would be honest with you. I'd be straight up. I'd be honest. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not interested. And I would much rather have somebody do that than make an excuse, right? We need accountability, responsibility in with people. People need more like accountability and responsibility. Genuinely, if you do have a lot of stuff going on, then you need to like let people know that. No one is ever too busy for you. People, if you don't have time, you make the time for it and you prioritize important people and relationships in your life. Excuses are never okay, nor are they valid, and I don't accept them. If you're with somebody who makes a lot of excuses, or you're the one who's like putting all the effort in, you're the one who's like keeping the relationship alive, the friendship alive, you're the one who's doing all that. This might be a good sign to just do like a quick audit of like the people around you in your life and what's going on. Like make some changes, because some people, oftentimes too, we want to hold on to like friendships, relationships longer than what we're supposed to because we don't like letting them go. We don't like change, but sometimes that's what we need though. I never accept that as an excuse. It's just like, and the amount of times in my life that I did accept it, it just like disgusts me. Like, why did I ever accept the bare minimum from people? And I let them get away with it. Like, we let people get away with the bare minimum, and it's like, why? Why do we do that? And we're just like, oh, that's how they are. That's how they are. No, it's not. We don't have to accept that. Like, we're not, no, like, stop accepting that. I'm not going to accept that. The effort has to be kind of mutual, because if it's not, there is no relationship. Really, all relationships are two-sided. They go two ways. Relationships are never one-sided. They're two ways. It's a two-way street. It's never a one-way street. Obviously, I'm not saying 50-50. Mutually both putting the effort in, reciprocating mutual effort, I guess. We can't do this. Like, this isn't gonna work. This is a two-way street, and if you're not gonna, do that, then we're not gonna do that, and that's fine. But also too, like when you let that go, something bigger and better is gonna come find you. Just a PSA of like, don't accept the too busy excuse, because I think so many times we accept that. I've accepted that so many times, and it just happened recently, and I was like, you know what, I gotta talk about this. Find someone who will mutually put that in. Find some better people. Like, better people are coming, and like, we'll find them. You may have to go searching a little bit. It may take some time, but like, there's better people. There's better places and people for you. So do not accept the bare minimum. Don't accept excuses. I'm so done with that. Like, that's just, ugh. Are you too busy? Too busy for what? You can't look at your phone. Also, everybody looks at their phone. Like, okay, you're at work, you're working, okay, fine. You can't look at your phone, fine, fair enough. Everybody goes to the bathroom, everybody eats, everybody has like 5 minutes, couple minutes, they can like look at their phone, they check the time, they go on social media. You can look at your phone. I know you've looked at your phone and you just chose not to like respond to the text. And then when you did, it was just so like pathetic. Like, really? Like, I would have given so much. I'd be the best friend ever to you, but now it's like you missed out on that. Everybody has downtime, even if it's only a handful of minutes. Like, everybody looks at their phone at some point. Like, you can respond to a text, you can text people, you have enough time to send a text, you can read a text, you can send a text, you can talk on the phone, you can hang out. People have time, they just choose not to make it, and that's just kind of what the whole thing is about. You can never expect the other person to carry it. They'll wisen up and they'll be like, you know what, I deserve better and more, and I'm not gonna like put up with this. Just be aware of that, I think, too. You can't like use that as an excuse or justify like, oh, maybe it's a one-off, maybe it's that, because like the first time I reached out to this person, they did take a little bit of time to respond. It took a couple days. They took a day, a couple days to respond. And that was the first time I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm all about giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't want to do that, right? I'm like, oh, maybe, it happens. It happens. We don't look at our phone. We don't get the text, whatever. Bugs out, whatever. Okay. The second time I did it, I was like, okay, like, no, I'm not taking this. I'm not going to justify this. This is just, it's not okay. It's not okay. I'm good. But I just want to come on here and talk about that because that kind of recently was a situation I experienced. And obviously, being very general, I don't want to give specific details and reveal, who this person is or whatever. But, it was a potential friendship that I saw with somebody. I was like, oh, yeah, like we could be friends. And it was just, apparently not, which it like would have been so much easier too, like if you're like, hey, I don't want to be like, I appreciate it, but I don't want to be friends or whatever. Like, you could have just said that and I would have been like, all right, like, it hurts, but I'll get over it, and I appreciate the honesty and the transparency. But when you do that, you make excuses, you just show that like, it's not worth it. But I guess that's just my little rant for this video. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm in like a little Hawaiian shirt moment. It says at my car says 67. Maybe it is 67, I don't know, but also I wanted to film a different video than what I've been previously filming. So this video might go up potentially when it was filmed, which is all my videos I feel like are filmed like They're from like the previous week or whatever. That's fine. I'm trying to do more, trying to be different, trying to film some other stuff too. That's all we have right now. But yeah, if you enjoyed, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. Let me know if you've also experienced this before, and I'll see you in the next video. Blazer out. Bye.